Hi everyone, today is day 6 of the 90-day discipline challenge, and today I wanted to talk to you about something very different to what I talk about, and that is death. It is very important to talk about because it directly relates to health, taking care of yourself, and discipline altogether. And there is a term in the Stoic Latin scripts which says memento mori, which basically it translates to remember always that you must die. So it sounds depressing, but it's not intentionally said to be. It is said to be empowering and motivating because it teaches us that mortality, it isn't morbid, it's motivating, because it teaches us that our time in this world is limited. That's why it is valuable, and that's why time matters, and what you do in this time also matters. So I'll tell you why when we think about death, we get very anxious because the part of our brain called amygdala, which is responsible for flight or fight response. So when something which is danger to our brain, it is incoming, and our brain thinks it is danger to us, then it activates this stress hormone called cortisol, and it activates the fight or flight response. So when we think about death, our amygdala gets activated and we get very, very anxious thinking about that. You might relate to this. And so there are two responses different types of people do, and one is the positive response and one is the negative response. Depending on the person, it depends, and it's different for people. And I'll tell you about the negative response. When we get very anxious, what do? Generally, we numb ourselves, right? We go to alcohol, or we go to drugs, or even social media, or overeating on foods, drinks, whatever. And this is the negative response because it is a bad choice. We get very depressed when we think about death. But what some other people do, they get motivated and they respond differently, which is called a positive response. They divert their minds into spirituality or community or culture, religion, faith, whatever you want to call it, and which it makes them have purpose and meaning in their lives, and which is a good thing, right? So that's where you want to go. Now when we think about death, there's a term in Japanese culture where it says moneno aware, which basically it translates to cherry blossoms are very beautiful because they're temporary, and after a period of time they fall. So thinking about our lives are important, and it is beautiful because it is temporary, and we're here for a temporary period of time because we're all mortals. We cannot live forever, which we think we do. We think we have unlimited time in this world, but we don't, right? So that is the term we need to remember. And some cultures, they think about death 4 to 5 times a day, and they remember that all of us have to die someday. Maybe it can be tomorrow. So they live intentionally because of it. And when we think about existential crisis, we basically ask ourselves deeper questions, and we question our meaning and why and how we matter in this world, and what value do we bring. And it can all be found by living intentionally and by being present and having a purpose in this life. So that is why thinking about death is so important. And so the next time you think about, do I want to exercise, don't think like that. Rather, you can think, with this knowledge that I might not be here forever and I have the limited number of days that I am on this earth, how do I want to live for that limited period of time? Who do I want to become? What value do I want to bring into this world? By thinking about death, this is very important. And so this is how, like, thinking about death, it also relates to how we take care of ourselves, how disciplined we are, and how aligned we are with our purpose in our lives. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about. It changes the way we think, and it changes our neural pathways and perspectives on lives. So it is important to think about these things. Okay, I hope this video helps, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.